You can never, never lie. You can never, never pay. I know you will do it again and again. You will do it again and again. What will make you pay? Chima, you what will make you pay? Chima, what will make you pay? Chima, I have nothing to give you, Papa. Oh, just the songs of praise.
Welcome, Nesta Ndubisi out. Thank you for joining. Nesta Ndubisi out. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much, Nesta. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Please share the video in your platform, share the video in your WhatsApp group, share the video to your friends. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for connecting wherever you are connecting from.
You can never, never lie. You can never, never pay. I know you will do it again and again. You will do it again and again. What makes you pay? I have nothing to give you, Papa, oh, just a song of praise.
Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Thank you, my sister Linda. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate your support. May Shukwu Okabiyama bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We must continue to preach the gospel of freedom, the gospel of redemption. It doesn't matter how they try to stop us. It doesn't matter the attack they bring to us. It doesn't matter the angle they try to come from to stop us from preaching. We will never stop. We will continue to spread the gospel of freedom to every angle, to everybody, no matter what the situation might be. No matter the challenge, no matter the attack, we will continue to preach the gospel until Biafra comes. And even after Biafra have come, we will still continue. We will not stop. No matter the challenge, we will continue to preach even after Biafra have come. We will continue to preach the gospel to make sure that every single Biafran person is free. We will have our freedom. Not only Biafran people, every other indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria will also be free. The freedom of Biafra is going to be so infectious that it's going to affect every indigenous tribe. It is going to be very infectious. It will affect every indigenous tribe. And they will all begin to ask and call for freedom, and everybody will celebrate for the freedom. That is why when we are talking about the freedom, we are not just speaking about the Biafran people, we are speaking about our neighbors also. We are calling for the freedom of our neighbors also, and the freedom that we are asking for is going to affect everybody, including our neighbors. They will also be infected with the freedom, and we will all enjoy it and celebrate in a free world. That is what we are praying for. That is what we are asking for. And it will surely be so. So today I want to talk about the issue of the blackmail that they are presenting against our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against Biafran people, against IPOB. There is a new blackmail. I told you that this year, 2022, there is going to be a lot of attack from all angles, from all corners, against people who are fighting for their freedom, mainly the Biafran people. And this attack have started coming from all angles, have intensified, not like the way it used to be, but we cannot stop. The only thing we have to continue to do is to make sure we remind our brothers and sisters, continue to wake them up and tell them what is happening when it has not happened, or to remind them of what is happening when it is happening. Today, you can see the propaganda they are pushing forward, pushing a propaganda that does not hold water. They try to make the world believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have lost the support of the people in Biafra land. They try to make the world believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have remained irrelevant in the southeastern part of Nigeria, in Biafra land mainly. But this is a lie. It's a blackmail. It's a lie. And they try to push this blackmail. They have tried the first time, it never worked by stopping the sit at home. It never worked. The sit at home is still going on in full force, sitting at home on Sunday and Monday, still going on. They try to stop it to make sure that nobody is fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It didn't work. Now they have gone to use their law court to begin to peddle lies. You saw the prosecutor came out after the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A prosecutor came out with his own clear eye to begin to see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denied IPOB. That is a blackmail. It's a blackmail. I've spoken about it before, but why I'm talking about it now is that blackmail have intensified. Some people who are supposedly supposed to be Biafrans are now still peddling the same lie, pushing the same news. And the reason why the prosecutor said that word after the court was to be able to capture the sympathy of the masses, was to be able to distract the masses, was to be able to blackmail and frame up Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, saying that he denied IPOB. That was why he made that comment. He made that comment so that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will lose support from Biafran people, because they know that the Biafran people are standing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shoulder to shoulder. They know that Biafrans are standing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 100%. But yet, they are trying to make sure they present him as somebody who is irrelevant. And they don't stop at their procedure. They are now using fellow Biafrans. People who are supposedly Biafrans, they are using them now to push this very information to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denied Biafrans. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never denied Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is indeed the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He has never denied it at any point in time. It was so shocking when I saw the video that was made with from one of our, supposedly a brother who has been fighting with us for a long time, who claimed to be a Biafran, spoke for Biafran, have always talked about Biafran. Even he stood on his platform and he said and confessed with his own mouth that there has never been any man, living or dead, that have brought the plight of Biafra to the state that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have brought it up to today. This man came out and he said, there is no man, apart from Dim or Ojukwu, there has never been any other man, living or dead, that have brought the struggle of Biafra to the level Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have brought it. This man made this confession in the media. He made this confession by himself. But today, he is denying that confession. Today, he is denying that confession because of selfish interest. It is high time we Biafrans have to focus on collective interest. This is the major problem we have. We have to pursue our collective interest because we Biafrans have a collective interest. What is that collective interest? Looking for freedom. Our freedom. Our freedom. The pursuit of Biafra, our freedom. That is the collective interest we have to work for. That is what we have to look towards and pursue with the last strength that we have. It doesn't matter. You must not like me for you to be able to fight for your freedom. I must not like you for me to fight for my freedom. It doesn't have anything to do with me liking you or you liking me. It doesn't have anything to do with your personal grudges with me or whatever. A collective interest we have is the fight for freedom. Not just only for Biafran, even the Oduduwa people today, we also have that interest of fighting for freedom. And some other people, some other indigenous tribes who are fighting for their freedom genuinely. That collective interest is what we should focus on. Stop focusing on your individual interest because of your pride, because of your arrogance, because you want to protect your image, because of what you gain and what you eat. You begin to demonize your own brother. You begin to sing a different song. You begin to dance the tune of Janjaweed and even speak on behalf of the Janjaweed instead of standing for your people and speaking up for your people. This has been the situation. of the struggle now. A lot of things are going wrong that people have forgotten the collective interest of the people. They have forgotten about the collective interest of the masses, and they are now pursuing their own selfish interests. Either they are pursuing their self-aggrandizement, or they are pursuing their personal exaltation, or they are pursuing something that favors them. Selfish interest. What happens to the collective interest of every Biafran person? Everybody living in the old Southeastern region, it doesn't matter if it is called the present South, and Southeast, and the Lower Benue. We are all Biafran, and we have one ancestral parents, and one blood is flowing in our vein. There is only one single thing we are pursuing: freedom from the Janjaweed. And as we are pursuing that freedom, there is only one common enemy we have: the Fulani Caliphate. They are the one who are holding us captive, making sure that we remain a slave in that contraction called Nigeria. But we say no, we cannot be slave. They cannot hold our wealth at the same time make us slave. We won't accept that. That is why we are shouting on top of our voices. That is why our student Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is crying on a daily basis. He has shouted and preached up to the extent that the Janjaweed got angry. He provoked the whole country to begin to ask for freedom. And Janjaweed get angry. That was why they went and kidnapped him from Kenya and sent him to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition. That is the situation, and we will not allow that to continue to happen. That is why every Biafran has to stand up to begin to ask for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, ask for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, embark on massive civil disobedience, which is the only thing that has been proven effective to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, nothing else. Every other thing you are hearing from east, west, north, and south, they are all propaganda, and they don't hold water. They are all propaganda. That is why you and I have to be steadfast. Be steadfast in whatever we are doing. When I saw that video that was made with somebody, I don't want to mention the name of the person on this very platform because I don't like calling name of people on my platform. I always address the issue. Most of us know the person I'm talking about. One of our brother in the creek. He made a video and he said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denied IPOB, claiming that he himself never denied his own people during his own time, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have denied people who died for him. You see the mischievous statement that that man is making. The same mischievous statement that was made by the Janjaweed. And when they made that Janjaweed, that statement, all of us rose up and stood against it because we know whom we are following. That is the saddest thing, you know. You see, this is why we are crying and calling for people to be consistent and truthful in whatever they are doing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won the followership that he got. He didn't want the followership that he got through propaganda. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not get his followership through propaganda. He didn't get his followership through lies. He didn't get his followership through deceit. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got his followership through sincerity and being consistent. That is why today, when I see people who are not consistent saying that they are followers of Nnamdi Kanu, I'll be wondering if there's another Mazi Nnamdi Kanu they are following, or the one we know about from our father book. Because the one we know about, the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is the supreme leader of IPOB, is somebody who is truthful and very consistent. What he said from the very first day he started the struggle is the same message he's passing up to today. It has not changed. It has not changed. That is why the only way you can prove yourself as a follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is your truth and consistency. It is not because you are putting a flag behind you. It is not because you are wearing the shirt of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is not because you are writing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on your forehead. It is not because you are talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or calling his name. The only thing that will make us to believe that you are a true follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is your sincerity and your consistency in your word. If you are not consistent, automatically you are out of the game. You are not a follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It doesn't matter the rank you think you carry. It doesn't matter your position. It doesn't matter your organization you are supporting or you are following. You are not a follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The only thing that qualifies you to be a follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is your truthfulness and consistency. We are pursuing a collective interest, freedom for every Biafran person. This freedom we are asking for, not only for Biafra, is a freedom that is going to be infectious. It is going to affect the Middle Belters, it's going to affect the Oduduwa brothers. Every indigenous tribe is going to be free when Biafra becomes free. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not only fighting for Biafra, he's not an ethnic bigot, he's not selfish, he's not self-centered. He's in fact a selfless man, somebody who has a very comfortable and good life to live, but he abandoned it and sacrificed everything for you and I. Today, he is suffering in DSS because of you and I. You see people peddling lies, people who are supposed to stand in shoulder to shoulder to fight for that same collective interest. There is no doubt that the collective interest of the people, Biafran people, it doesn't matter you hate your brother, you like your brother, it doesn't matter your language, your tribe, your clothes you wear, what you try to pretend you be, whatever you are. Our collective interest is what? Freedom. We want to be free. We want to be free. We want to be free from the captivity of the caliphate. And the common enemy that we have, is the Fulani Janjaweed. Yes, they are the common enemy that we have. The common enemy we have is the Fulani. There is no other anywhere. And this common enemy is the one we have to focus on. Each time you remove your heart from this common enemy, each time you remove your mind from this common enemy and you begin to pursue shadow, you are missing the track. You are missing the track. Your own brother is not the real enemy. Your own brother is the real enemy. The real enemy is the Fulani Caliphate, and they are the ones who are using our own brothers who have made themselves willing tools in their hand to begin to work against the struggle. We are all fighting for one thing. We have a common enemy. We have to focus on that. You must not like me for you to fight for your freedom. You must not like me for you to fight your battle. I must not like you for me to fight my freedom. And let me tell you, there is one thing you have to have at the back of your mind. Injustice against one is an injustice against all. Even if you support an injustice against your enemy, if you support an injustice against your enemy, that injustice that you support will haunt you. It doesn't matter who is involved, even your enemy. When you see an injustice being meted in your enemy, speak up about that injustice. If you don't, it is going to haunt you. That is what we are seeing today in the Janjaweed. When they see injustice, simply because it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will not speak about it. Simply because it's an Igbo Biafran, they won't speak about it. Simply because it's a Biafran man, they will not speak about it. But at the end of the day, that same injustice will begin to haunt them one after the other. It is because of this very wickedness, because of this selfishness, because of this very self-centered attitude. That is why the man in the creek will sit down and begin to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denied IPOB, even when he knows that it is a lie. Even when he knows that in the media, it was said in the media clearly and open that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never denied IPOB. Our lawyer, Ejiofor, have defended that. Has defended that. He said it openly before everybody. Everyone saw it. And I'm going to try to get the video and play for you so that for those who have not seen the defense that our lawyer have given, even their conventional media, you know, the Janjaweed media, they are not with us. They are not with us. They are trying to pull us down by any means possible. If they see the way to shut us down, they will do. But in that case, they had what our barrister Ejiofor said. The defense barrister Ejiofor placed. They saw it and they dialogued about it. They spoke about it. But instead of people, those who call themselves Biafrans, instead of them listen, they pretend as if they didn't hear it. They pretend as if they didn't hear it yet. They are pushing wrong information, saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denied IPOB. He never did. For those who didn't see their video, I'm going to play the video for you to tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have always said it is either Biafra or death, and he's standing on it and never changed. Let's watch.
More drama are unfolding in the legal battle between the federal government and the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. In the latest legal twist, his counsel Ifeanyi Ejiofor said Kanu has never denied being the leader of IPOB. Ejiofor explained that the clarification became necessary because of what is described as deliberate misrepresentation and wrong narratives being perpetrated by some mischief maker. What is this about?
Oh, it's I'm sure social media, you may have seen some stories mocking Kanu that he said he does not belong to IPOB. You know, we are unable to attend the trial. So if one of the lawyers come out to say this is what transpired during the trial, people will then accept it as the gospel truth because you have no access. You know, you have no access to cover. Even journalists too, they will tell them to stay outside and all that. You know, so it is when the lawyers come out that they will now tell you what transpired, what are they doing next and all that. So the guy is saying that he denied that IPOB was a terrorist group. Of course he's going to deny that IPOB was a terrorist group. Of course he's going to tell the court that he was never involved in terrorist activity. You understand? But that is different from saying I don't belong to IPOB. You can't be leader of IPOB and say you don't belong to IPOB. That is the point that the lawyer is making, that no, he never said he does not belong to IPOB. He is saying that that IPOB is not a terrorist organization. He denies that IPOB is a terrorist organization. So denying that IPOB is a terrorist organization is different from denying that he belonged to IPOB. That is what Ejiofor is saying. Because, and they are smart. If you are denied a group for which people have laid down their lives for you, you know what it means. Oh, the whole struggle, the morale will be very low. The whole struggle will have been compromised in the views of his followers. So they are also conscious of how how the perception that people will have of not just Nnamdi himself, but the group. If the person who formed it can go to court and say, no, I do not belong to IPOB. What is been clarified now that he never said so. That he only said that IPOB is not a terrorist organization.
Now, you heard it from him. I hope that man who made that video will see this video to know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have never ever denied IPOB. He only denied IPOB being a terrorist organization. And you and I know that IPOB is not a terrorist organization. It's not, and have never been. Has never been. Even though they prescribe IPOB, the case is still in the court. The case is in the court. They refuse to hear the case. They refuse to come and hear the case. Appeal was filed. They refuse to hear the case up to today. So when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said he's not a leader of a proscribed IPOB, he is very, very correct, absolutely correct. He never denied being the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He only said he is not the leader of a proscribed IPOB. And IPOB is not a terrorist organization. So if you're expecting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to tell you that he is the leader of a terrorist organization, you have to wait. You have to wait more. You have something that's coming. But you see these people peddling these lies. This is the intention of that very prosecutor when he came out to make that announcement. His intention was to deceive Biafrans, to make Biafrans believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer in the struggle. That was the original intention. But Biafrans, we know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu very well. That is a man that stands in his word. Very, very consistent and truthful. That is why that lie could not fly. But when they saw that lie could not fly, now they are using fellow Biafrans to push that lie. They are using people, even on social media, to push that lie that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denied IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denied IPOB. What a laughable issue. They have no case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's obvious. This is why every single Biafran have to wake up wherever you are. It is time to fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We must have to continue to embark on a massive civil disobedience to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is not a child's play. I told you earlier this year that propaganda will increase, lies will increase, atrocity will increase, blackmail will increase. It is going to increase. And it's not a joke. Everything is going to increase to make sure they bring Biafra down, to make sure they bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu down. Attack will increase. Already the attack have increased, even on the media, even on social media. Various platforms are under attack. But you don't have to relent. We will never stop. It doesn't matter how they try to push us down to demoralize us. We cannot stop. Even if it is one person watching, we will continue to preach that message. Even if it is one single person watching, we will continue to preach that message until the whole world hear us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. He has not committed any crime. IPOB is not a terrorist organization. Eastern Security Network is not a terrorist organization. Eastern Security Network is a security outfit, just like as they have Hisba in the north. In the southwest, they have Amoteku. We have the ESN. Just the same thing. But today you see them peddling their lies. And if you think they don't know what they're doing, They know very well what they're doing. All they want to do is to make sure they demonize, to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu irrelevant in the southeastern part of Nigeria, to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu irrelevant in Biafra land. That is what they are planning. That is their plan, and nothing else. And if you doubt it, I want you to watch the second video I'm about to play. When I play that video, listen carefully to every single word that man has to say. When you listen closely, you will see, you begin to read between the line the plan that prosecutor had in mind while he came out to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denied Biafra. Watch, you will find out why.
You know, this kind of games do come up, especially from the prosecuting counsel. At times, some judges even look at public perception, media perception, to arrive at certain conclusions. So that's why Ejiofor Ifeanyi, the counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, quickly came out to clarify that issue. I mean, as rightly pointed out by Jide. And I think it was Shoaib Labaran Magaji that addressed the press. I mean, that's the from the office of the Directorate of Public Prosecution, who stood in for the lead attorney for the federal government, who made that statement. I mean, the video went viral, and that's why they had to quickly come out to, I mean, explain. I mean, like they said, that come. I mean, if you ask me, am I a terrorist? I'm not a terrorist. Then are you? Do you belong to IPOB? Say yes, but IPOB has been categorized as a terrorist organization, and it's telling them no. But then the Ejiofor even said the clarification of IPOB as a terror organization is even being challenged at the appellate level. Yes. So that there was no time his client made any such pronouncement to deny his membership or leadership of IPOB. And you can see Kanu is having a time of his. I mean, look at his Fendi, his Fendi designer suit. He's enjoying himself.
I hope you understood this man very well. You heard him clear. He said sometimes the judges pass their judgment based on media perspective and the perspective of the masses. That the judges sometimes pass their judgment based on the perspective of the masses and the perspective of the media. That was why that man, the prosecutor, came out to release that very bomb to the media, to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have denied IPOB. He pushed that into media to see the perspective of the people, to see the reaction of the media and the reaction of the people, mainly targeted on the masses, targeted on the Biafrans, to see that the followership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will reduce, or whether the Biafrans will desert Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But of course, we know whom we are following. We know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's not somebody who's going to chicken out. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not somebody who says something today, tomorrow he said a different thing. He has been very, very consistent. That is why he has the followership he has. Biafrans know him very well. We know what he stands for, what he can do. So it doesn't matter what anybody is presenting, any propaganda you bring, it's dead on arrival. We know who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. That is why we are standing with him 101%. In other words, you see them talking about proscription. The proscription of IPOB has been challenged in the court. Still on the Court of Appeal, up to today, the federal government of Nigeria have refused to come to hear that case. So how can you now clarify IPOB as a terrorist organization? Even though, if not that, we look at it, IPOB, you do not see any sign to show that IPOB is a terrorist organization. There is no pointer anywhere to show that IPOB is a terrorist organization. None whatsoever. There is no pointer anywhere to show that IPOB is a terrorist organization. It is all blackmail, all lies, all frame up. Even these people who are peddling these lies know. The politicians know this. All these Efulef who are talking against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, preaching that IPOB is a terrorist, they know very well that IPOB is not a terrorist organization. They know. All of them know, but they decide to eat the same table with the devil. They decide to continue to serve their paymaster, to push lies, including the politicians. They know that IPOB is not a terrorist organization. And if you think they don't know, I will play a video to show you that they know very well. Watch.
Who make contributions. The case of the Southeast with IPOB was a case where there was no representation from anybody from that zone. IPOB was immediately branded a terrorist organization, and they took a decision to go to court to proscribe it. There was no voice to say, no, these people are not terrorist organization. They don't belong to terrorist organization. There was nobody. It was convenient for them to reach that quick decision because there was nobody to say, no, this is not the reason. These people are agitating for attention to their plight as a people. Why can't you find a way of dialoguing with these people, use the carrot approach, bring them to the table, and offer them hope? Because hope keeps people alive. Tell them, we'll meet you this way, calm down, everything will be all right. But there was nobody to do that. They launched Operation Python Dance. I don't know what they will launch before the elections. You know, we may see crocodile is launched somewhere. There must be hippopotamus dance before the next elections in the Southeast. These are things that are not managed because of non-representation. If there was...
You heard him. That is the exact situation. That man described, that man you see is a senator, describing the situation of the prosecution of IPOB. And today, based on what that man has said, they are still calling IPOB a terrorist organization. What a shame. A nation that will not survive. You see why you have, any day you wake up, begin to pray and cry. If you can cry, cry. If you can pray, pray. Ask for the breakup of the country of Nigeria, because it's not going to do anybody any good. The more we continue to remain in this contraption, the more it continues to destroy us. The more we continue to remain in this contraption, the more lives have been lost. The earlier we leave the contraption, the better for us. They don't mean well for you. They don't mean well for me. They don't mean well for any indigenous tribe. Nigeria is a company established to serve the purpose of Britain. Nigeria wasn't established to serve anybody. Nigeria was not established to serve any tribe, not the Igbos, not the Yorubas, not the Hausas. It was established to serve only the British and British alone. And British will do everything to protect their company. It is their company. That is why they are not saying anything about the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Their citizen who was kidnapped from Kenya and sent to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition against his wish. Today they are torturing him in that same Nigeria, called Nigeria. Britain is saying nothing about it. Are you surprised? Don't be surprised. Because it is their company that is holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And whatever happened to them, including the kidnap, they are very much aware. The British government is aware. The most corrupt government of the world, British government, they are very much aware. They have wonderful people. They are citizens. They have great people who are their citizens. They have their great citizens. But British itself, the government, they are the worst of all. But each time you see them, they pretend that it's all well. This is why every single one of us have to wake up and begin to cry and call for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see why we are calling for massive civil disobedience. Because the main thing they want to achieve by saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denied IPOB is to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu irrelevant in Biafra land. That is the main thing they want to achieve. They want to make sure they make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu irrelevant. They have been trying for a very long time. They tried by stopping the sit at home. They tried to stop the sit at home. As soon as it seems as if they want to succeed, they begin to peddle lies that people are no longer sit at home, people no longer care about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then they realize that Biafrans are awake. When they realize that Biafrans are awake and we are sitting at home more than ever, even adding Monday, now is Monday and Sunday. Sitting at home Monday and Sunday, they saw that they cannot stop it. They saw that the whole masses are standing behind them and they couldn't hold it. Now they are using their lawyer to come and peddle lies, to confuse and deceive Biafrans, to tell us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer in the struggle. But they can't confuse us because we know whom we are following. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a man that says something today, tomorrow he said a different thing. He is standing on his word and we believe him 101%. That is why every Biafran have to continue to embark on a massive civil disobedience. If you're abroad, support your family at home. Support your family at home to engage on this civil disobedience. Any support you can give to them, give to them. Civil, you sit at home on Sunday and Monday, and sitting at home on Sunday is not a fight against Christianity. It is a redemption for Christianity. When you talk about the church and Christian, we, the people, are the Christians, and we are the people that are being killed. For us to save our life, we have to make our voice heard. How do we make our voice heard? Sit at home on Sunday. Do your prayer in your home. Let the pastors begin to use their platform to speak and call for the world to come into the issue. Let them begin to speak about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. That is what we want to achieve by sitting at home on Sunday. It is not an attack against Christianity. It's not an attack against God. Actually, it is acting, doing our own part, playing our own part. Then when they say pray and walk, that is the part of the work. We have prayed 150 days. Now to add work to it, we sit at home on Sunday and on Monday. And again, include civil disobedience is type 1 by adding the economic sanction. Economic sanction to the Janjaweed government, local government, state government, and federal government. Don't give them your money. The more you are empowering them, the more you are paying money for the Janjaweed that will come and take your life. That is the truth. Nothing but the truth. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every single Biafran wherever you are watching from. Every hand that has shared this video, Chukwu Okike will guide and protect you. You will see Biafra. You will see the end of 2022. 2022 will never see your end. We will continue to fight until Biafra comes. We will all walk into Biafra alive. If you are from Oduduwa land, you walk into Oduduwa alive. If you are from the Middle Belt, you will see Middle Belt alive. If you are fighting for freedom from any part of the world, you will see your freedom alive, not dead. We will continue until Biafra comes. Before we go, I have to play a charge from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what we should know as we are fighting for our freedom. Something that every one of us should know as we are fighting for our freedom. It is very important. I have to play this charge. Let us listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what message he has for you and I.
Fulani Janjaweed can overwhelm us is by dividing us. If you are an agent of Fulani Caliphate, if you have come to do the bidding of Fulani Janjaweed in our land, I am asking you this very evening to retrace your steps. Because again, starting from this very day, anywhere Biafrans are killed, any governor, any police commissioner who tolerates the massacre of innocent people will pay very dearly for it. Will pay very, very dearly for it. Do not underestimate our resolve. Because this evening, first of all, I speak as a human being who is possessed of a compatriot spirit and empathy with the suffering of human beings everywhere, especially in the zoo that Britain created called Nigeria. Second, I speak as a witness to the suffering of Biafrans at the hands of their so-called fellow citizens in the zoo called Nigeria. And what we want to make abundantly clear is that we are warning everybody who is a stakeholder in the zoo about our determination and our resolve to ensure that our land is defended. This is a resolution we have reached, and it is cast in stone.
You have heard him. I have nothing more to add. I say, may Chukwu Okike guide and bless everyone who have watched this video. Please like the video, click like to the video, and also share to your family and friends. Share to everybody so that they can know the situation and continue to keep their awakening. We have to continue to create the awareness to let the Biafran people know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is standing with the Biafran people 101%, and we are standing with him 101%. He has never denied Biafra, and he will never, ever deny Biafra. We know him, a very consistent man. All you got to do is to continue to pray for him and continue to embark on civil disobedience until he is being released. Thank you so much for watching. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect all the Biafrans, all the Oduduwans, all the Middle Beltans, everyone that is genuinely fighting for freedom. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect all of us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will join us very soon. It doesn't matter what they do. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you for watching. Remember this. Bye-bye.